Welcome and karibuni to Aroma of Zanzibar. Today I share with you this traditional Zanzibari delicacy called MSETO. For my MSETO, I'm using 1 cup of basmati rice. You can use any type of rice that you have. I'm also using 1 cup of green grams, which are also known as mung beans. I get this from the Indian grocery store and I like to use whole, not split. I'll be using this type of measuring cup. So I've soaked my green grams overnight, but you can soak them in warm water for 2 hours and that should work well. I'm also using 2 types of coconut milk. One is a light coconut milk and the other one is a thick coconut cream. You can use a thick coconut cream and dilute it, with water to make it thin. So just washing my rice. Please make sure that you wash and rinse your rice well and soak it at least 15 minutes before you cook. Then I'm ready to cook my green grams. So I've got my grams over there and about 3 cups of water. And we're going to add a little bit of salt. Then we're going to bring this to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, you see that white foam over there? That's the impurities and the dirt that has not come out while washing. I like to remove that. It's harmless, but I like to remove it. All right, so after that, then I keep my heat on low. This dish, you're going to cook it on low all the way because you don't want your rice to get stuck at the bottom and it may burn at the same time. So I cooked my green grams for about 15 to 20 minutes on low heat. So after 15 to 20 minutes, as you can see, they're nice and soft, not overly cooked, not overcooked at all. All right, so now we're ready to add the rice. Now I love MSETO. For those of you who've been waiting for this recipe, I know you've been asking me for a long time, but I do not cook MSETO as much as I would love to because I don't have anybody to share it with. I mean, my kids love MSETO. They eat MSETO, but they don't understand the deeper meaning of eating something like this. So I had to find somebody from home and cook this and share it with her. All right, so please excuse the delay. All right, so once the rice comes to a boil, as you can see, I add a little extra salt. Make sure you taste it before you add the extra salt. And then we're going to cover it and cook it for about 7 to 10 minutes. After 7 to 10 minutes, this is what you're going to get, not too dry. So just going to add the first part of the coconut cream, the coconut milk, the light one. So it's 1 cup. And then you're going to stir it and mix it well and then cover it and let it cook for about 10 minutes. And then this is what you're going to get, not too dry. Then we are ready to add the thick coconut cream. That's 1 cup as well. And you're just going to mix it well. This is one dish you're going to be mixing and stirring very often. Don't get tired because you want your rice to be nice and mushy, and that's that's what MSETO is all about. So we're going to cook it for about, again, 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, it's not too dry and it doesn't have to be dry. If it is dry, then go ahead and add extra coconut milk, maybe a 1/4 cup or so. So over here, all I'm trying to do here is just mix, stir and mash. Okay, just keep stirring and mashing down. You don't want to see any single grains at the end of your at the end of your cooking or your dish. Okay, so at this point I'm adding ghee. Okay, this is 1 teaspoon. It's not necessary, it's optional, but I love to add ghee to my MSETO as I stir and mash down the rice. Okay, you want it really, really mushy. Okay, now MSETO is usually served with any kind of spicy, not really hot, coconut curry. It could be fish, it could be chicken, but if you can't do that, you can just do any curry, thick, nice, really, really flavored curry. It goes really well. Okay, so as you see, I'm continuing to mash down my rice. Now at this point, I like to stop here. I like mine a little bit wet because it stays moist. Okay, when you make it too dry, what happens is when it's settled, it is way too dry. So this is just perfectly all right for me. My heat is off and I'm just covering it till when I'm ready to serve. So I'm ready to serve. As you can see, my MSETO is nice, and I made chicken coconut curry. I did not have time to get fish, so I decided to do the chicken, which worked out perfectly all right. Stay tuned for that recipe. And I also want to show you my dish, my pot. You see how nice and almost clean. Okay, so thank you so much. For more recipes, please visit me at Aroma of Zanzibar. You'll find all the ingredients in the description box below.